Good morning, it's Mark Larson. It's Friday, and this is our COVID-19 update. So again, 0 new cases, so that's really great. It appears that our Twin City Foods outbreak is under control and moving forward. So all of our patients are doing well, and more patients were allowed to return to work, so that's a great thing. The other issue is on the 17th, we'll be able to apply to go into phase 3, and we will have that report ready to go. Again, it is dependent upon you as an individual to keep our numbers down. So I'm going to talk a little bit about masking. So masking is still an ask for most of us. So I'm asking protesters to be wearing a mask, try to maintain social distancing. I'm asking those of you that are going into the grocery store or going into stores, or when you're outside and you can't maintain 6-foot distance from somebody else, that you should be wearing a mask. That is somebody who's not your family member. And the other thing is if you look at the governor's directive from last Sunday, starting June 8th, it is a mandate from the governor for all businesses to mask employees if they are not working in their own office. So unless you have a business where everybody has their own private office, you need to be wearing a mask starting on Monday, and that's the governor's directive. Labor and industry will be enforcing that. So you can look at the governor's website for that information, and I've been working with the county on that this morning. So let's go to questions.
I went to get my hair cut at an establishment in town now that they are able to open, and while talking to the workers, they were saying most of their customers were coming up from Yakima and even some from Issaquah to get their hair cut. How are we supposed to keep our cases low when people that are in high infection areas can come into our county and use our services?
Yeah, that's a problem. It's a problem probably without a solution. People can come here. They're not supposed to be driving for things that are not essential, but we are not going to tell people they cannot come from other counties. They should be following the governor's directive. And businesses, if somebody calls and requests an appointment and they're from another county, they could say we aren't taking reservations for folks out of the county, but those businesses have a right to serve whoever they want to serve. So it is a problem. It's a problem with the approach that we've taken, that each county can advance separately. That said, if we were all doing it together, we'd be like Yakima, we'd still be in phase 1. So if those businesses are doing what they should be doing in regards to following their safety plans, it does reduce the risk, but not to 0.
Are vacation rentals open? And if so, are they limited to 5 people?
Vacation rentals are open. They are supposed to be for families only. So if your family has 10 people, you could have 10 people, but you're not supposed to have multiple families. So we're still following the phase 2 guidelines, which are only 5 people out of your individual bubble can be congregating. So you can't take 2 families. You're not supposed to take 2 families and meet at a vacation rental in the upper county. So that is still not allowed in the phase 2. Under phase 3, which hopefully we'll be getting to at the end of this month, you can have less than 50. So that's a good thing. So I think that's the end of our questions, but I am gonna address the new directive that came out today from the governor. And I'm gonna look at my phone because I wanna make sure that I say it correctly. It has to do with sports, both professional sports and for sports for kids. And so the document from the governor's office in regards to kids sports, team practice can resume in phase 2 if players are limited to groups of 5 in separate parts of the field, separated by a buffer zone. Practice can follow social distancing with a distance between 5 players with no contact. The league's organizations must have a safety plan, and parents aren't supposed to be on the sidelines during practice. So Kids' sports can now start as of today in phase 2, and in phase 3, we'll start being able to have games. So if you are in charge of youth sports, please get your safety plans and start practicing. Have a good weekend. Thanks a lot.